Do you think that Elon Musk would be putting a laser pointer on Pizzagate if it was just a conspiracy theory?
This is Liz Crokin. She's a QAnoner, and she was just emboldened and reaffirmed or validated in her absolute delusion by Elon Musk. If you've never heard of Pizzagate, you know what? I'm just going to let Liz Crokin describe Pizzagate for me. Just give you an idea of what Pizzagate is. It was the predecessor to QAnon. Just listen to this. Mid-May 2023.
As most of you guys know, I've been exposing Pizzagate since 2016. Okay? Yes. It's been a very long 7 years, let me tell you. Somehow I'm still here. But for those that don't know, Pizzagate's very simple. WikiLeaks.
It's really not simple. It's as complex and windy as you guys ever seen, like, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with, like, the wall with all the stuff. And I think it's Charlie. I've never even seen the show, but Charlie is, like, convinced there's a conspiracy. It was because he kept getting some dude's mail. This is what I think when I think about Pizzagate or Liz Crokin or QAnon in general right here.
Talk about the mail, please, Mac. I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay? Pepe Sylvia. This name keeps coming up over and over again. Every day, Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I look in the mail. Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia. So I say to myself, I gotta find this guy. I gotta go up to his office. I gotta put his mail in the guy's goddamn hands. Otherwise,
Anyway, that's what she reminds me of, seriously. But it's real simple, right? Okay, yeah, super simple.
But for those that don't know, Pizzagate's very simple. WikiLeaks unleashed the Podesta emails.
John Podesta was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager in 2016. Russian hackers got into his email system through a spear phishing hacking attempt. It was successful. They sent an email to him and pretended it was from Apple or Google or something and said, we need you to sign in and update your security preferences or something. He clicked the link in the email. It directed him to a website that looked exactly like Apple or Gmail or whatever it was that they got him on. He types in his username and password, and then it forwards him to the actual website. And he's like, oh, it didn't work. Weird. I guess maybe I mistyped it. He types it in again, and he really does log into Apple. Sees there's nothing to do there, leaves. Now Russian hackers have his username and password. They log into his email account. They download all of his emails, release them through WikiLeaks. That's what she's talking about here. That was all during 2016 when Russia was trying to get Trump elected. Quick interjection, this won't take long. I just want to say, if you want to support my channel, the best way you can do it is by watching this video to the end, or at least watching a little bit longer than you would have otherwise. YouTube's recommendation algorithm works off of watch time. You can also subscribe to the channel, like the video, and check out my Patreon. Link is in the description for that. All right, back to the video.
Unleashed the Podesta emails in 2016. And in those emails, we discovered that Podesta and associates were using known pedophile code words in a context that does not apply to food.
He was talking about getting cheese pizza at Comet Pizza and Ping Pong or something like that. It's like a pizza place you go to there in D.C. that a lot of people go to. They just go there and they eat pizza. He said, I'm going to get a cheese pizza. You want to come over with me and we'll talk about our business or whatever? And she sees that in the emails and she's like, oh my God, cheese pizza, CP. It stands for, God, I don't know how to say it. It stands for a child, basically, is what she said. She's making all these links and connections in her head that don't belong there. It's absolutely insane. And it got so big, again, this is 1 year before QAnon formed. Got so big that a guy actually showed up to Comet, Ping Pong, and Pizza Parlor, or whatever it is, and wanted to see their basement to save all the children that they had tied up in the basement. They don't have a basement. He came with a gun. The cops arrested him, and I don't even know what happened to him after that, but that's what this conspiracy stuff does to people. Conspiracy theorists will make something out of absolutely anything. Dude is talking about cheese pizza, and they tie it back to mistreatment of children, really. Yeah, child corn, as in corn on the cob. I should say child cob. Yeah, maybe go with that one.
Words in a context that does not apply to food, and one of the main code words they used was pizza.
No, Okay, yeah. So he's talking about getting pizza at Comet Ping Pong and Pizza Parlor, and that was the sign, I guess. Anyway, now you know what Pizzagate is. Elon Musk gave breath to the Pizzagate conspiracy theory. He promoted it. He convinced people that it was real. He lent credence to it. There was somebody talking about it on Twitter, and right under where they're talking about it, he says, weird that there are so many people, getting involved in this. I'll show you the screenshots of his tweets in a second, but listen to Liz Crokin, QAnoner, go absolutely wild over Elon Musk pointing a laser pointer at this, as she says.
You have Elon Musk putting a laser pointer on Pizzagate. Do you think that Elon Musk would be putting a laser pointer on Pizzagate if it was just a conspiracy theory? If it was a hoax? If it was fake?
She's using this as the pretext to believe that it's real. Of course, she'd use anything. Doesn't matter what it was. But this is really setting it up for her, really convincing her that Elon Musk is talking about it in the first place. It's just shameful. And the dude wonders why advertisers are jumping ship on Twitter. Really?
No, he would not be putting a laser pointer on Pizzagate if Pizzagate wasn't real. So, since Elon Musk put a huge spotlight on Pizzagate, we finally have some really big accounts, some that have over 1 million followers, talking about Pizzagate, acknowledging Pizzagate's real.
Pizzagate was debunked all the way back in 2016. It was nonsense then. It's nonsense now. Everybody knows that it's nonsense. Again, QAnon didn't come around until 2017. Pizzagate happened before QAnon happened, but QAnon formed out of the group that believed in the Pizzagate conspiracy. So the Pizzagaters were following around Hillary Clinton, convinced that she was doing something nefarious with children. They just didn't know what. And then they see all the, the cheese pizza references in her campaign manager's emails. And they were ready to believe anything they were told about her. Sure enough, QAnon comes along, Q Clearance Patriot, one guy who claimed to have top security clearance in the government, claims Hillary Clinton's about to be arrested for, crimes against humanity and abusing children, or who knows what it was about. And it never happened, but it shot to the very, very top of the 4chan forums. It was stickied to the top by mods or something and lent credibility. They said, this guy is for real. That's how QAnon really started. And they were convinced that Hillary Clinton was doing something nefarious. So anyways, QAnon grew out of Pizzagate is the bottom line here. Now, one of the most popular sayings for QAnoners is, follow the white rabbit. Elon Musk has actually posted follow and then a picture of a white rabbit, like an emoji of a white rabbit. He dog whistles to QAnon nonstop. Not only does he dog whistle to QAnon, especially through this Pizzagate thing, but he's also directly laid down some serious anti-Semitism. It's crazy. So take a look at this. I logged a few of these screenshots. We'll see what he had to say. This is the Pizzagate tweet. Mitt Romney is a hologram is the Twitter account that he responded to. Here is one that you didn't know, Elon Musk. David Brock was the boyfriend of James Alefantis, owner of Comet Ping Pong Pizza. Yes, the Pizzagate restaurant. Alefantis is a pizza shop owner at the time, was on GQ's 50 most powerful people in DC list. I don't know what that has to do with anything, how that proves anything at all. But why would Elon Musk even respond to it with anything at all? There's no reason to. He responds with, weird, thus drawing his entire audience's attention to what was happening there. Really is drawing all of Twitter's attention to it. Because people cannot block Elon Musk, or they couldn't as of a few months ago. I blocked him, and I kept getting tweets from him in my timeline. He greenlit all of his posts to shoot to straight to the top of the algorithm. So they're all over the place. He is spreading Pizzagate to everybody else on Twitter. Here's another example of what he did. This requires a little bit of lead up. There were a couple of tweets that he responded to. Let me just read the short little tweet thread here. To the cowards hiding behind the anonymity of the internet and posting, Hitler was right. You got something you want to say? Why don't you say it to our faces? And it's a video of somebody. I'm not sure what it was about. That was from Charles Weber. A response from the artist formerly known as Eric. Okay, Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. I'm deeply disinterested in giving the tiniest now about Western Jewish populations coming to the disturbing realization that those hordes of minorities that support flooding their country don't exactly like them too much. You want truth said to your face? There it is. Pure, unadulterated anti-Semitism. Doesn't get clearer than that, right? Elon Musk says you have said the actual truth. Again, not just drawing attention to it, but affirming it for all of Twitter. Then he says the ADL unjustly attacks the majority of the West despite the majority of the West supporting the Jewish people in Israel. This is because they cannot, by their own tenets, criticize the minority groups who are their primary threat. It is not right and needs to stop. And then Elon loses a bunch of advertisers. Is there any surprise there? Anybody wonder why those advertisers are jumping ship? Seriously. Elon Musk, after being called out for all that anti-Semitic garbage that he spewed, and the endorsement of Pizzagate, he goes on some New York Times thing to talk about the fact that advertisers jumped ship. Apple and Google and whoever else. Disney, they didn't want anything to do with Elon Musk or Twitter anymore because of the stuff he's saying. Not just stuff that's happening on the platform without his knowledge or whatever. The stuff Elon Musk is saying and giving breath to. This video came out late November 2023. Listen to him complain about being canceled by advertisers.
Apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger
I hope
today.
they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's acting defiant.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
Just dead silence. There's an audience in there. I'm not exactly sure who was there. Maybe it was some big rich advertisers. Who knows? But they're just dead silent. I love it. I love everything about it. He is burning his own reputation to the ground second by second at the moment.
But
Go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob.
Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, is who he's referring to here.
If you're in the audience.
beholden to those who have this view. What do you do?
GFY.
GFY. Go f yourself. That's what he's saying. I mean, as this guy's about to aptly say, you can say that all you want, but you know, you bought a $43 billion company and you just ran it into the ground. You can say GFY till you're blue in the face, but you're just burning your reputation and your portfolio to the ground in the process.
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Linda Yaccarino, I believe, is the CEO of Twitter officially.
Right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, no, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is.
People talk about him tripping over his words a lot. I don't really have a problem with that. Some people aren't good public speakers, and also I understand that he has autism. He talked about that a little while back, right? On Saturday Night Live, I think he said that he has autism. So anyway, I don't mind the little, tripping over words, trying to gather your thoughts and stuff. Some people need to do that.
No, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do? It's going to kill the company.
And whose fault's that going to be? Elon, the Jews need to stop harming Western society. Musk.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company? And
No, we're going to see that you tweeted out a whole bunch of messed up stuff about Jews, conspiracy theories. That's what we're going to see. That's what everybody's watching play out right now. We are watching Elon Musk lend credibility to QAnon. Is there really any surprise? Nobody would want any part of this.
And the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh, yeah?
They're going to say...
Tell it to Earth.
Tell it to Earth, he says.
But they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things and that they were inappropriate things and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
Let's see how Earth responds to it. God, he has delusions of grandeur if I have ever seen them before. I'm not saying that he has bipolar disorder. I don't have any reason to believe that, and I don't know that, but delusions of grandeur are part of a component of bipolar disorder. So I've seen delusions of grandeur where you believe you're the biggest, you're the best, the smartest, you're like 1 in a billion kind of person. You know, Kanye West had this problem when he was, kind of falling apart and in the public eye. You could clearly see that the dude had bipolar disorder because of the delusion that he was the biggest and best when he simply is not. He's a great artist, fantastic, but 1 in a billion, incredible, the smartest, the richest, the biggest, the best. Delusion of grandeur, man. It doesn't matter how rich you are or how good of an artist you are. There's always probably somebody better than you in some area, at least. What we're seeing here is like a delusion of grandeur from Elon Musk. Like, he's the biggest and the best, and he is innocent of all wrongdoing, and everybody on planet Earth is on his side, apparently. It's going to be well documented. Again, not saying he has bipolar disorder. Don't have any reason to say that. I'm just comparing it, basically. That's all.
That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
This goes back to...
We'll both make our cases.
Right.
And we'll see what the outcome is.
What are the economics of that for you? I mean, you have enormous resources, so you can actually keep this company going for a very long time.
Well, Elon Musk got a whole bunch of loans from, the Saudi Arabia and some other people, I believe, billion-dollar loans to buy Twitter in the first place. I mean, he could have sold his stock. He chose not to. He really dropped the ball on this one. It's so stupid. So stupid. Everything about it is stupid. I honestly thought that this guy was really very smart. And then he started talking. He opened his mouth, and I found it different. Insane. Absolutely insane. And disgusting that he has a level of power that he does in this world, and he's posting anti-Semitic conspiracy theories to the entire world for everybody to see. But it's going to be the advertiser's fault, right? It's their fault that your company is failing. Totally. Anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments. This dude's terrible, and it's just sad that he's lending credibility to Pizzagate and QAnon this way.